This is a moment that could change the course of U.S. military justice and spark fierce debate over the death penalty in modern times. At the heart of this controversy is the case of Nidal Hasan, a former Army psychiatrist who killed 13 people and injured dozens at Fort Hood in 2009. Now, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is pushing for his execution, a move that would mark the first military death sentence since 1961. But here's where it gets controversial. Should the death penalty still be considered a viable option for such crimes in today's world? Let's break down the story. Hegseth, a staunch advocate for military discipline, has called for President Donald Trump's official approval to carry out the execution. He argues that Hasan, who was convicted in 2013 for premeditated murders and attempted murders, deserves the harshest punishment. This savage terrorist deserves the harshest lawful punishment for his 2009 mass shooting at Fort Hood, Hegseth stated, emphasizing that justice must be swift and unyielding. However, critics question whether the death penalty is appropriate in this case, especially after decades of evolving legal and ethical debates. The legal path to this moment was long and fraught. After Hasan was sentenced to death in 2013, his conviction faced multiple appeals. The process finally concluded in April 2025, clearing the way for the execution. Supporters, like the mother of one of the victims, Jerry Kruger, argue that Hasan's guilt is undeniable. "We have some relief knowing that Hasan was found guilty without doubt and that he will pay for what he did," she said, highlighting the emotional weight of the case. But not everyone agrees. Some argue that the death penalty risks being applied inconsistently, especially in cases involving mental health or complex legal histories. Hasan, for instance, had previously communicated with Anwar al-Awlaki, a prominent figure in extremist circles, which raised questions about his intent. Meanwhile, the families of the victims, including the memory of Staff Sergeant Amy Sue Kruger, whose birthday we celebrate today, continue to seek closure. "Amy was a strong, determined woman who loved her family," one tribute noted, reminding us of the human cost behind the legal battle. This case is a microcosm of a larger debate. Should the death penalty remain a tool of justice in an era where life sentences and rehabilitation are increasingly favored? And what does it mean for military justice when the line between punishment and mercy becomes blurred? As the clock ticks toward the execution, the question remains, is this the right path forward, or is it time for a new approach to accountability? What do you think? Does the death penalty serve justice, or does it risk becoming a symbol of outdated vengeance? Share your thoughts in the comments below.